Today is the 25th annual Chinggis Khan Ceremony, and it started in 1988 when my teacher, the late Professor Khaan, and the late Chorja Lama, and the late Losam Baksha, Losam Kyot, the three of them held and sponsored the first Chinggis Khan ceremony in the United States. The way that it started was when my teacher, Khaan, went back to Inner Mongolia in 1987 and visited the Izilhoro mausoleum, the traditional site of the Chinggis Khan memorial ceremony in southern Mongolia, in the Ordos area. And he witnessed firsthand the ceremony and collected the Chinggis Khan texts that were used by the Darkhut people for carrying out their ceremony. And based on those texts, Professor Khaan composed a series of ritual texts directed mainly to the American Mongol community. He did base it largely on the traditional text, but he also made significant changes. One of the things he did was to eliminate all references to Buddhism. So for instance, in the original text, you'll see things like Om Mani Padme Hum and other such Buddhist phrases. All of these references to Buddhism, Professor Khaan eliminated. His intention was to try and reconstruct the original shamanist text. He knew that Chinggis Khan himself was a strong believer of shamanism, and he felt very strongly that the texts that are celebrated here needed to preserve that original connection to the shamanist beliefs of Chinggis Khan. The other major change that Professor Khaan made was in acknowledging the diversity of the Mongol people in the United States. So we have here Mongols whose origins go back to not just to the original homeland of Chinggis Khan, to Mongolia itself, but also to that part of Mongolia that's within the borders of China, the Mongolian communities in Kalmykia and Buryatia and Tuva, and more recently now we have the Hazara Mongolian community. So all of these communities, this diversity is something that Professor Khaan was keenly aware of and wanted to make sure that the texts reflected this diversity. And he made changes in the text to reflect this diversity. The 25th ceremony is something that we're very proud of, and we feel it's very important for the Mongol American community to continue to celebrate and honor the memory of not only the greatest leader of Mongolian history and culture, but also one of the greatest men of all time.
Well, we're calling it a donation, but it's like...
it's very important for the actual Chinggis Khan Memorial Ceremony itself to begin with a shaman invocation, a shaman dance. And the reason for this is because it's acknowledging the very important role of shamanism in Chinggis Khan's life. Chinggis Khan himself was a shamanist. He believed in the blue sky. He believed in the powers of the shamanic spirits in the mountains and the rivers, in so many other objects and entities. And he really believed that his ascension to power was through the shamanic spirits. So for that reason, the shaman invocation is very important to start the ceremony.
Mongol American Cultural Association's president, Dr. Sanjay will explain the ritual.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin with the procession of the 9 Yampu. I'd like to introduce the 9 Yampu. Their names are on the screen. Jonan is Sagambatat. Kakhe is Chulu. Taibu, Dojubatu. Aishi, Eris. Onjin, Has. Serbi, Bembe. Tuli, Balji. Haskha, Baya. Mangla, Darja. And the 9 Yampu represent Mongols from all the different
parts of the world. The ceremony begins with the reading of the Ijin sung text. This is an invocation to Chinggis Khan, the Urliks, the Mongol nation, and begins the offerings of foods, spirits, to bring peace and blessings to all.
소또왁다 징기스칸 누징 하튼 함달 지야가뚜 두시무부 뜨고 사다 우두걸 바예소가 소고분서 열호 아르곤 낙길 시뜨글두게 잡길도 휘눈두게 소남다 부리 뚝순이 떼게네 대제 수네암다 부리 뚝순 예샤나 시메 징스뜨게 대랭 그 친구이 든다 그 남비다 자 복도 징기스 놓고도게 니게 해네 알고 니게 닦기다 안저도 바다랑고 있게가 도든 탄삭긴 서열허 어다라시기 둘레 밭도 쪼든 서열허 한무멍방 하르다한 노르쉐이 암도람 부금득금 호떡이기 하르다 자 소또박도 징기스칸 니끼든 스띠같은 우찐 니낀 삭기고 승기겐 소렉도 소틴 삭기고 승기겐 스스익도 urdığı nayıtana arğundıtı unnertu hoces antatto ittegegin argosraftan nurgönüm atçı ursen evegen soyorho aştina bulungi herden soyorho.
The next step is the lamp offering by Sedebi. And the lamp offering is made by Khaan. And Hoka reads the Zula text. This is a flame offering to consummate our desires and the success of our goals, the recognition of the flame and spirit of Mongolia.
아버럽자 한복 지금 같은 행두건들 하나올 아치나타나 한국 몽골 우르스타나 그건 그르스 졸란 그시험구엘 낙사 수석 비슈틀린 틸러스 속tum 무르근 우르근함베 우르스터는 우르젓 아마스나른 ээл듯 산스티빈 부터 조슨민 우르건 해라.
The next step is the preparation of the keel offering by Khaan. Jonung presents the keel offering. And Hunjin reads the key text. This is an invitation to the symbolic protection of Mongolia, to the protector spirit.
아우르차 한복도 칭기스칸 하던 느낀 기겐된 한옷 아침 날더니 한국 몽골도 우리스더니 아리곤 년들 해위간 아다간 데는데 되겠지 근데 특혜딘 되대니 특혜는 구슬 수긋든 내리군 남비다 에룩스 내렸은 너시에치 아무스 나른 애트치 어츠니민 보더건 우시스미 부腾하였다.
And make ritual libation to the four directions. And Jonah makes the wine offering. The wine text is an emphasis on the teachings of Chinggis.
아우럽자 한복 칭기스 같은 힘그건데 한월 에트나칸 한국 몽골 우르스타니 오슨 산에 더 오락슨 헤레네 심 사크틴 더전 정글 우르남베 우르스니민 자블라 아무스니민 엘모 알ter nerikan dosaso altın sorgalitan dagaso 오줌 버시기탄 많아서 아우가 검기탄 세하소
Altın dilgi daltırte,
Altın dilgi daltırte,
arun cuk çoğrate,
arun cuk çoğrate,
az yorpi dangsılgasın,
az yürüyü dangsılgasın,
altır likit Chinggis Khan,
altır likit Chinggis Khan,
haksından hamtırılsın,
haksından hamdolsun,
hamık Mongol'dan nikilsin,
hamık Mongol'dan nikilsin,
Han olsi bey olsun,
Han olsi bey olsun,
üçün birine olsun nedim,
bütün böyle olsun
Ülkün nurun uksanifin,
bütün o noktayı
arı uğur hazara,
ağır olur hazara
oraya dua almek,
Kur'an dua edin.
Gunung performed the art ceremony, and now we begin the convocation. All young people circle and thank you.
자, 어려움은 없내람들 어렵출러 엉태번 은부혼 호래
alın kavangin tavın huket,
알은고하긴 다른 호회
적태 tavın mısık,
적대 다른 모습
Ambay hane tavın hukte,
암괴한의 다른 혹대
algına arun kurunu,
알근이 아르고 고르는
tavın hane dolan hukutçı,
아무한의 돌아온 모습
ev nerimlik ilkimdi ya.
또 다른들이 그들이야
25th annual Chinggis Khan Ceremonies, keynote address, Dr. Dennis Warden. Is a Mongol American Cultural Association's Cultural Humanitarian of the Year Award recipients and has been attended more than 20 of the 25th annual Chinggis Khan Memorial Ceremony. It is a great pleasure to welcome Dr. Warden to deliver this year's keynote address on Gomjo Khangan and Chinggis Khan in all doubts this day. Welcome, Dr. Warden.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
My voice is not always as good as it should be. Oh, is everybody hearing me?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, hardly coherent. Today at this 25th annual meeting of the MACA, commemorating the warrior and statesman Chinggis Khan during the 13th century, as Chinggis Khan was undoubtedly the definite founder of the Mongolian state, we also honor the memory of John Gorbachev, our 20th century contemporary. Gorbachev was born in Chahar on the 3rd of April 1921 in the Taibos left-wing banner to a family which for 7 generations had held the office of Anban. From 1937 to 1941, he attended Hokkaido University in northern Japan. I first met Gorbachev at Columbia University when I was living in New York from 1959 to 1960. He and John Street were studying forms of the Mongolian language and dialects under the guidance of Geshe Wangyal. He was a Kalmuk who'd been on the staff of Great 13th Dalai Lama. He used to travel in from New Jersey to Manhattan for these weekly meetings. He was perhaps known to some of the older people here. But the record of his life in the Asia Division of the Library of Congress, which is worth having a look at. He was honored by the Mongolian government by burial in the cemetery at Altanlugi. I'm sorry to say I didn't do it this year, but I expect to find it in good condition again next year. But in the heart of Asia, with its harsh climate and their outcasts, he really developed a great strength of character. We should also recall that in a time of Hobelai, his grandson, he designated Chinggis as a god. I heard this record is being used by young people even in 1990. So at the present time, there are efforts or interest by the government and people to certainly, if not that we are Chinggis a deity, to show that he's been given this very obvious recognition of the founder of the modern Mongolian state. There's his great statue in Surkata Square in front of the Parliament building. And there was even a proposal in Washington in 2006 to erect a statue here. But this was motivated by apparently according to the newspaper report, by the Embassy of Mongolia and the local Mongolian community, but nothing has happened since that time. But nothing gets done in Washington because of bureaucracy. I'll just sum up quickly by saying that I've probably said more than I originally meant to do, but this is a very large subject. But we should really honor our 2 protagonists, Gorbachev and Chinggis Khan. If we keep them in our thoughts, it'll help us to maintain a firm basis of Mongolia's place in the modern world as a respected state with a future which I hope will be absolutely firm. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dennis Warden again. Okay, now, His Excellency Ambassador Odd Och, Permanent Representative of Mongolia to the United Nations.
сайн байцгаана. Юуны өмнө та бүхэндээ өнөөдрийн амар амгалан айлтгая. Эзэн бог Чингис хааны тахилгалын ёслолд дэлхийн монголчуудыг төлөөлөн уран цугларсан та бүгдийнхээ мэндийг ирье. Хөх толботой Монголын нэрийг Чингис хаан дэлхийд хамгаалсан гэж хэлдэг. Үнэхээр эзэн бог Чингис хааныг дэлхийн хүн төрлөختний мянганы хүнээр өргөмжлөн тодруулсан нь бол Чингис хаан болов зөвхөн монголчууд бидний түүх, зөвхөн монголчуудын бахархал биш, дэлхийн махад муу юм а гэдэг бол яруу тодорой бол илтгэж байгаа юм аа. Ингээд Mr. Sanjalta, my fellow Mongols, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my deepest appreciation to the Mongol American Cultural Association for inviting us to the 25th annual Chinggis Khan Memorial Ceremony. It is great self-esteem for all Mongols, and it is indeed our pride. Ингээд дэлхийн түүх бол Монгол улс тусгаар тогсон Монгол улс дэлхийн хамтын нийгэмийн чухал гишүүн болж Чингис хааны дэлхийд монголчуудын нэрийг өргөсөн тэр түүхийг бол хөгжлүүлэн явж байгаад бол бид нар бас баярлж байна юм аа. Энэ үүсэлт бол зөвхөн Монгол улсын иргэд биш, дэлхийн монголчуудад бид хэлж байгаа. Монгол туурхад та бүгдийнхээ бидний гол үүрэг эзэн Чингисийнхаа энэ үлсийг цааш нь авч явах бол бидний багхал юм аа. Ингээд мөнх тэнгэрийн хүчндээр монголчууд бид үрд мандан мадрах болтгойгийн сайхан ёроолыг та бүхэндээ төвшүүлье. Энэ жил бол Монгол Америкийн соёлын холбооны одоо энэ арга хэмжээ 25 дахь жил одоо арга хэмжээ болж байгаа. Энэ арга хэмжээг тохиолдуулсан та бүхэндээ баярлуулъя. Өдөр бол энэ арга хэмжээг тохиолдуулсан Санжалтангууд одоо бид нэр энэ Монгол улсаас нэгдсэн үндэсний байгууллагад сууж байгаа байнгын төлөвшин газрын нэрнээс дэлхийн түүх уран зохиолын гайхамшиг болсон нууц төвчөөний хувийг та бүхэндээ бас энэ арга хэмжээнд баталж өгсөн юм аа.
American Mongolian Serving Hormonium Nasa Tandem 1,000 plan to do that.
Again, thank you, the Ambassador Och. Thank you again. Embassy of Mongolia in the US, Mr. Erdenbayer Zagdrakcha.
Hello everyone. It is my great pleasure to be here today at the 25th annual Chinggis Khan Memorial Ceremony. It's been 25 years since the ceremony started. It started the same year that the diplomatic relationship between two countries was established. The Embassy of Mongolia always supported all the activities of Mongolian communities in the United States and will continue to render all necessary supports in order to promoting Mongolian studies and preserving history and cultural heritages in the United States. All these years, in 25 years, this ceremony has become to be one of the most important events for all Mongolians. And that gathers members of communities, Mongolian communities, and the different tribes of Mongolians in the United States. Today, on behalf of the embassy, and it's my great honor to present a certificate of appreciation to Dr. Sanjaltan for his dedication, outstanding accomplishment as President of Mongol American Cultural Association. And the government of Mongolia recognizes his efforts and valuable contributions towards promoting the Mongolian studies and cultural heritages within Mongolian communities in the United States.
Thank you very much on behalf of the Mongol American Cultural Association for that wonderful honor. And even though it's been 25 years of Chinggis Khan Ceremony in the United States, our objective is that we're going to hit 100 and then 200, and it's going to go on forever. Long after we're gone, Chinggis Khan will still be remembered and honored, and his name and his achievements will be appreciated even more as Mongolia's future develops. Thank you.
Mr. Likwat Ali, Hazara Mongol Community. Mr. Likwat Ali is a board member of the Mongol Heritage Foundation.
Hello everyone, respected guests and friends. Today, I'm really honored to be among our Mongols at this precious moment. Taking this opportunity, I want to introduce our people, which are called Hazaras. The largest majority of Hazara people, they live in central Afghanistan. They make about 19 to 23% of overall Afghanistan's population. At this ratio, our estimated population only in Afghanistan is 6.5 million. What is our relationship and why Hazaras and Mongols, they are so keen to know each other? I used to hear from my elders since my childhood that we are Chinggisi. Miss Bulorma, who is a Mongolian TV reporter, she was surprised to see the Hazaras, they are still using Mongolian words. After long study, Ms. Bulorma made a documentary film on Hazaras of Pakistan, which consists of 2 parts, also available on YouTube under the name of Hazaras Pakistan, Part 1 and Part 2. Now that history brought 2 lost brothers to each other, on behalf of Hazaras, Hazaras of worldwide, Hazaras of community who lives in New York and in USA, to celebrate our great Chinggis Khan's Memorial Day together, and very special thanks to Mr. Sanjaltan and his colleagues for their efforts in organizing such a beautiful memorial day. I hope you will all have a very, very pleasant day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Likwat Ali, again. Miss Darima Tibikova, Buryat Mongol Community.
Ород хөлөндөрү нэг захында урхап хайнар ант хөлөндөрү шаткы бурядар хөлөндөрүне хахадайна окей хальмогот будин ховолтунда ород хөлөндөрү корултуг деп тэгээд мне нера Дарима Гжнетта Цибикова бенде 5 жыл уже вайнып тэгээд уртен Москвада продолжала полномочное представительство Республики Бурятия. Тэгээд энде муну ерхедере бурят захын комьюнитине 5 жыл болж байна. Тэгээд энэ турушинки хорин 5 жил болж байна. Чингис ханга им хендерт будин игэ турушинки ерже байна. Тэгээд хендер школнуки букы организаторнуки. Всем спасибо большое то, что оценили наши труды по сохранению нашей культуры и языка. Мы пытаемся сохранить свою культуру, язык и те же обычаи, традиции предков. Мы также поклоняемся Чингисхану. Мы не живем мургаши явхан мургангаши хилхвенем игат бедин хода исхи мункутенгриде мургаши явхан тигат икаяхан газет дылхемне олен мянгам подотне олен мянгам сахиосутне хадолемне хукалемне скут укоролемне важина хобокунда игат хамук кунуде хо харалсыжы игат монгол шут бедин бурят монголгаши яптырки Тигар табин долонганды манайки бурятыгыш монгolгыш угемне тахала, бедин муна бурятыгыш нетти. Бурятская республика. Тигар дина бэйн адыга танты эн ханагара ерши игыжы танды кундыжы таны бедин парт вашей жизни, парт вашего племени, бедин лигу карболтет игыш ханныбки. Тигар дина танты эн хадыга барышы тигар танды ховултында хенар хамды игыжы хамды болжы. Чингис Хан это универсальный символ объединения монголоязычных народов. Мы пытаемся как-то быть частью быть достойными нашего народа, нашего великого монгольского народа. Хобутында игат хэн нерге ургыжы япхемне болтвегыжы танты мургынып ди.
Thank you again, Ms. Darima Tibikova. Mr. David Soft Manager, Washington Area Mongolian Community Association.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Delgir Manamchao, and I came here from Washington, D.C. And on behalf of Mongolian Community Association of Washington, D.C. area, and also all the Mongols living in our 3 states, Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. Everybody knows, all we know that each and every Mongol, and we would like to appreciate our heartfelt the gratitude to Mongol American Cultural Association. These people have been doing such a great job for so many years, supporting and preserving the Mongolian heritage and culture in the U.S. So I would like to hand this little certificate of gratitude from Washington, D.C. area Mongols, and we wish you all the good luck. And you not only do a job of preserving Mongolian culture and heritage, you are also one of the biggest supporter of our community. Every time when we do Nadam, Sagansar, Kids Festival, you support us in it. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Can I read this? It says, presented to Mongol American Cultural Association on the occasion of the 25th annual Chinggis Khan Memorial Ceremony for tireless promotion and preservation of the ancient Mongolian tradition and rare ritual ceremony of historic significance in the USA. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Igor Manager. Now, Mongol American Cultural Association will be our humanitarian of the year, Professor Jack Weatherford. So,
Professor Jack Weatherford could not come in person, but he very kindly agreed to a Skype connection. All right, well, let's start. Professor Jack Weatherford, can you see me?
Yes, how are you?
Okay.
I'd like to also introduce my wife here. My bride is with me, Walker Pierce. She has, we've been married for about 45 years, and she's also been to Mongolia and done everything I've done, plus she had 2 children along the way.
Wonderful. So, do we have the board? Okay, we have it ready. So MACA takes great pleasure in naming Professor Jack Weatherford the 2012 Cultural Humanitarian of the Year Award. And here is the award. I don't know if you can...
Thank you very much.
Okay. And with that, I'll just turn it over to Professor Weatherford, if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you very much for those kind words, and thank you for the work of this wonderful organization. The work that you have done, uniting the 2 countries of the United States and Mongolia, as well as with Mongolians everywhere, whether in China, Russia, Afghanistan, around the world, even in New Jersey. It's greatly appreciated, and I think that it's important to remember that now Mongolia is entering, this is not only the 850th anniversary of the birth of Chinggis Khan, but this is now the early years still of the 9th century of Mongolian nationhood. The Mongolian nation founded by Chinggis Khan. It's a very important century because being the 9th century, it's the time when it's possible that perhaps all the great dreams of the Mongol people can come true. This is a time when we look back in history, we see that in many ways Chinggis Khan was before his time. His ideas about religious freedom, about the equality and the rights of women, his ideas about international law, all of those were very early in a way. But maybe in the 9th century these things will happen. Maybe envoys everywhere in the world, ambassadors everywhere will be protected and honored. Maybe the women around the world will come to have equality with men. Maybe all religions will achieve equality in the eyes of all people everywhere. These are very important ideals. It's possible that Mongolia in this century can once again help to lead the way. You know, in the 20th century, Mongolians still honored their culture. They still respected it, even when it was difficult to say the words, even when it was difficult to stand up sometimes and say what they wanted to say. But they found a way, mostly through the arts. The Mongolian culture lived on, and you think of the great poets of the 20th century. Natsakdorch is one of the first, of course, and the founder of the Writers' Union. They learned a way to preserve Mongolian culture through the words of their poems that named the mountains and the rivers. They often did not say much explicitly, but they said much implicitly. The messages were hidden. So therefore, I would like to close with the words of Natsakdorch, because he loved the Mongolian country, he loved his land, and he helped to preserve the history and the culture through this hard, hard century he did not live to see because he died so young. But in his words, Ein bolmani kursunutak, Mongolin sad,
Thank you very much, Professor Weatherford, for that inspiring and very interesting talk. We hope that we'll have an opportunity to see you and your wife perhaps participate in a future Chinggis Khan ceremony where you can be part of the ceremony itself and continue to share with us your wisdom and your academic knowledge and your insights into Mongolia today and in the future. I really appreciate it so much you're taking the time out to speak to us today We wish you and your wife many more years of good health and success.
She's in my class.
Okay, thank you very much.
Tony Ettinger and Ricky Chimut will be update this Mongolian Children's Aid in development. Thank you.
When MACA first was founded back in the 1980s, one of the first things we did was try to send aid to Mongolia in the form of medicine to hospitals. In 1993, we formed a partnership with Secretary of State James Baker, and we founded the Mongolian Children's Aid Development Fund. The strategy was to help Mongolia as it moved to democracy and to a market economy, to see who was going to be left behind, and we thought it was the children. And we formed this charity to help the children over the years. Since that time, we've helped thousands of children in Mongolia with shoes, with computers, with food, with medicine. I think one of the most important things we did early on was when the street children problem started to occur in Ulaanbaatar, we helped fund a medical van to go around each night to give out medical supplies and clothes to the street children. And we're glad that problem is being diminished right now. With the boom in the economy, which is terrific news on one level, concern also rises in terms of the environment and the wildlife of Mongolia. And so 2 years ago, we formed a partnership with the WCS, the Wildlife Conservation Society, to help educate the children of Mongolia to how to protect their environment and protect the natural resources and protect the wildlife. We've had that program going well over the years, educating the children in the steps so they can take the lead in the future. I think over the next few years we'll see more of our work going to help the environment, help the wildlife, and help the children of Mongolia continue to learn. So if you do have a chance, look at our website, Mongolian Children's Aid and Development Fund. If you can give anything, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to introduce my partner on the board, Enka Chimud, who's going to tell about all the actual work we've done in Mongolia and some of the thanks that we received for it. Thank you.
Hi, how's everyone? Good. Did I tell you my name before?
Yes.
Okay. No. Okay, it's been too long. Let everybody stretch your hand and feet a little bit. Because 타나那个北野那个有家长不知道的，那个特别타나那个，马卡那会他进到他的。바르게 아름다운 마음이 있으지도 유유 몽골도 유유 히슨 히슨 이거 하나 PowerPoint 자 2 키노 네 키노 사이팅 이거 키노 히슨 이거 허리 미노트 니더 하면서 내가 공스타 빌기가 빌딩가 가라지 옥선 비트리 홀레와 합쳐서 그 비는 선자던 것 단조도 그렇다 니 바르게 거쳐 미노트 On this occasion, Mongolian Children's Aid and Development Fund under MACA, the years are between 1993 and now. Again, this is Mongolian hooked into Chinggis Khan, American Mongol Sudin Soling Hopal Nos, MACA, 이런 거는 오늘서 허일밍 아는 이거 오니 두가 그 짐땡은 그 되고 They enriched our life in whom Sabindri under the Idu Baislinter also. This is the first year we came up with this pamphlet. I still have this one. Everything we did is for our motherland. horen da hinderen get to ham also. Temo just being dogen som son. The Children's Fund itself established in 1993, starting from 94. We have support, mostly we went to different places to do some support work for orphans. Something earlier Tony mentioned about this Christian Noble Fund. We sponsored them with this mobile clinic to treat street children. And the next one, following me, would be like this Sans Carey going to do some report on her Mongolian medicine project support, for instance. In recent 3 or 4 years, we did something to support a hospice clinic to treat the terminally ill children. And Mongolian Art Council worked with them. Also, we sponsored Washington Community School, children's school. These are the 4 places where I've been there in order to, and I did some work. Again, these people together voluntarily helped us with my work and Tony's work. Initially, in 1993, we started with the $10,000, and after that, many years, we get money from different resources, and we last. So then we can last our work until now. I think this has been the 19th year. Totally, I travel more than 20 visits to Mongolia, maybe over 30 now. We thank all the people making various kind of support and donation to us. In terms of a financial situation, and here it is. You probably have to read it quickly and concentrate, because I can't read them quickly as it comes off. But in any case, among all the things we did, every year we have meeting and discuss what we're going to do and what is the budget, what is the amount we can support. And here's just a rundown. So over the last 18 years, excluding the traveling expenses, we probably spent like $150,000. And today, on this 25th anniversary, I have invited the 2 presidents from Mongolia and who have been giving us support from there. And also, the first student we supported, whose name is Niemsuren, Dashi Niemsuren. She initiated this filmmaking, and then I brought that film. It's going to be shown right away. This one started with this Niemsuren. She stayed in America for 10 years and then moved back to Mongolia last year. After she moved back to Mongolia, she did some work, and recently she started her own training center. This is an opening ceremony for her center. We supported her starting from '94, and now she's doing something like this one. This is one gift for maybe Sanjay or Tony. Okay.
This is a school, as you can see.
This is again it seems that this school was built with the sponsorship from Japan. It's quite new. In the festival ground in the city, Ulaanbaatar. Yes. I like this kind of interaction. So you can ask me a question now. See, I became a student also. We presented a appreciation award to Mr. Dao Dorje. He was the writer of the very famous song Ejmin Day in Tamira. He sent us an email 1 or 2 years ago to show, to let us know that he appreciated our help and support very much. And this is the Ulaanbaatar Nursing Center who asan hojulik toin zahirat tugurgwa. Ulsin Mongol ulsin gayasta niga baksin sanada olsun. He's a teacher of the country, the world. Clinic. I know her since 1990. Oh, this plaque happened to be the one I made for 1819. Our director in the Chinggis and his wife Monica, because they made various kinds of special donations to this place. We appreciate their generous donation. The curtain and the floor mat and children's desk chairs were sponsored by Chinggis and Monica.
Hello, Monica. It's a greetings from Ulaanbaatar. We're very happy to congratulate you with 25th anniversary. You've done a very important job to promote and unite Mongolians who live all over the world. I know it's a scholarship around more than 10 students, and we are the part of that.
That's all. That's all from me.
Askarei Nomadic Care Project.
Sorry that you're all waiting so long to be finished, but I want to share a little bit of the work that I do with Nomadic Care Project. I work to harmonize traditional and modern healthcare for nomadic herders so that they will be culturally sustainable. And I brought some pictures in case you don't understand my English. And we started in January. I went in January this year, and this is the head of the healthcare in South Gobi. Her name is Bayer Jargal. We did a training for all the doctors and some of the other healthcare people in the SUM clinics, that is 14 clinics. In 2010, we taught one group traditional Mongolian medicine and one group laboratory safety techniques, just so that the people that actually work with the nomadic herders would have more training. And this is the weather when I was there. Very amazing. It was Fahrenheit, but it was real cold. Then in February, we brought this little girl, her name is Nada, to Boston, to Shriners Hospital. She had been burned very severely. Her parents were out herding, and she and her sister, who was 2.5, she was 11 months old, were in the gare, and it went up in flames. And her sister escaped and came back and dragged her through the flames. So she has a lot of scars and was unable to straighten her knee. So we brought her over. We found so much support with Shriners Hospital in Boston, Youth Hospitality Homes, American Airlines, and then the Mongolian community was unbelievable in America. and in Boston. Sarol Erdin put it on his website, and the Mongolian Tibetan Buddhist Cultural Center in Bloomington gave a lot of donations, and the funniest one was a Valentine party by Zola Gordon in LA, and she had everybody sign a card, or papers actually, and sent us $1,000 to help with all the expenses that Nara and her mother Arhan had. So they were in Boston for 4 months. It isn't really part of nomadic care, but when I was training the doctors in South Gobi, they asked me if I would look at her scars, and that did it. I couldn't say no. We take hygiene kits and vitamin C, and the white powder at the bottom is vitamin C, and that's always sponsored by MACA. So we're very grateful for that. There are 235 nomadic reindeer herders, including the children and the adults, and we give each of them a year's supply of vitamin C because they have no access to vitamin C in their diet. We found scurvy when we first started working with them in 2003. And then we went to Murren, and we did our second health training for 24 Sioux clinics in Murren, a week-long training. All the head doctors of every single Sioux came, and we gave them a little introduction to traditional Mongolian medicine, both with my teacher, Dr. Botsaihin, who I studied with in 1995, and a Lama doctor, Batnarandal. And then, this is traditional medicine. That was laboratory. And then we trained one person in every Zoom in traditional medicine also. These are all the ICAM, big doctors, head doctors of all the clinics. This is my teacher, Dr. Botsaihin, at the day that we took the clinic people, all the doctors and the health people on a trip to the countryside to learn about traditional herbs. And I wanted to tell you that from all the years I've been working in the taiga, I finally finished a book. It's called Reindeer Herders in My Heart. And the first person who wrote an endorsement is our own Sanjal Tan. And he wrote, Sass's written word is up close and personal. One can almost smell the freshly made milk tea while reclining on reindeer hides and watching the burning juniper incense. A great read. So I have some, it's coming out in 2 weeks. Thank you. It's coming out in 2 weeks, and if you want the first edition copy, I have sign-up sheets here. And I want to thank you so much for all the help that Maka has given us. And I didn't know if you might want to sing one song. But you always ask me to sing a song. Yeah.
Here, Seth Carey to give us a song.
But you can join me, okay? Aden hotogin chini min holotai Aden hanangar dangat yangada Alen nuti somos shashik debre Alen pade goshe vobotsa Amrame chini
So, we like to take this opportunity to present. On the other hand, we have received all the appreciation from artists. This time, it's time for us to show our appreciation to these two ladies. Miss Darima Choijant Darima Gwai. Do we have this honor for you to come forward? And our beloved President Sanjalton will present this to Darima.
This is a certificate of appreciation awarded to Chögyam Darima in recognition of support and selfless dedication to the Mongolian Children's Aid and Development Fund charitable program in Mongolia. So, with a gift.
За би энэ үйл ажиллагаанд оролцоод 7 өдөр Монголоос ирсэн. Тэгээд намайг Дарима гэдэг. За Макагийн 25 жилийн баярыг та бүхэнд хүргэе. Тэгээд ер нь бол Макагаас зохион байгуулсан хүүхдийн төлөө үйл ажиллагаа. За өнөөдөр хүртэл та бүхэнд сайн сонссон. 30-аад хүүхдэд сургалтын төлбөр болон бусад шаардлагатай эд зүйлсээр одоо туслаж дэмжиж өнөөдөр хүрч ирсэн байгаа. Тэгээд хамгийн хүүхдэд бол хамгийн шаардлагатай зүйл сургалт болоод сурахад дэмжлэг бүхий үйл ажиллагааны байдаг. Энэ үйлсэд бол Мака болон хүүхдийн төлөө сангаас маш их одоо хамтдаа тусалцаа үзэж өнөөдөр хүрсэн бий болоод өмчим болон хас өмчим бүхий хүүхдүүдийн өмнөөс та бүхэнд маш их баярлалаа гэж хэлмээр байна.
Next one is very important. She, besides her helping me with all kinds of work, she's has also been a very strong supporter to Maka's activities. This time, she came forward. I wasn't preparing to coming back from Mongolia to attend this event. Then she came to me and told me that I have to go because she likes to come. Okay, so this is even more important to you guys. Do you like to see me here or not? If you liked it, then show your appreciation to this lady by the name of Chinggis Khan with a big applause. Without her, I won't be here. Thank you.
On behalf of Maka to Bosch Civic Student.
Thank you everyone for coming to attend for Chinggis Khan Ceremony. Here at this time, we will see each other, and then more and more of you will be joined and support Maka's programs and projects. And thank you again. Bye bye.